everything changes.
Everything sure does change. I'm DevMattB, and welcome back to the DevMattB channel. Today my room looks a little bit different, and the setup is also a little bit different, and that's because I'm moving, as I announced in the previous video, and we got a stylist to change up our rooms a little bit, decorate them, and make them look a lot more nice when other people come to visit to see if they would like to buy this house. So that's why I got this new desk, and well, I got this whole new angle going on that I'm filming with. So it's just temporary. So don't excuse the mess. Don't be afraid. I'm gonna change the angle and everything later. So don't worry. But yeah, super excited to move soon. Going away to an apartment. If you didn't see that video, go watch it now. It was a lot of huge news, and it's a very happy time for me right now. So I want to spread that positive energy. I hope you guys can feel it. Let's get started with the video. A lot of people have been messaging me, and we've been talking about a lot of things, but in particular, motivation, discipline, and habits have been a reoccurring subject, and there's a lot of different views on what motivation does and how you can have it, and what discipline does. And well, sometimes discipline trumps motivation because discipline makes you do the things that you don't want to do when you don't want to do them. There's a lot of interesting things you could say about these feelings, but I want to talk to you about something that most people underestimate, I think, undervalue in today's society and in their own life. So what is this interesting subject that I want to talk about that I believe that people undervalue in their lives right now? It is about the unconscious mind. A lot of the choices that we make on a day-by-day basis are not made by our conscious mind. Most of the choices that we do, and I believe there's a percentage in the psychology study saying that 90% of all choices you make on a daily basis are made by your unconscious mind. If it's not even higher, I might have missed, it might have been like 95% even. But it's a huge percentage of your day-by-day choices that are made by your unconscious mind and not by your conscious mind. Now, how can we affect what we do and how we live and who we are as people if many of the choices that we do on a daily basis are made by our unconscious mind? Well, a common thing to do is to make habits. And we're all taught habits when we're kids, and really like from being a baby to being an adult, you get taught a lot of different habits, like brushing your teeth, like exercising, like going to school. We got all of these different things that come naturally to us after a couple of years. But I still remember the time when I refused to take a shower late at night, and I refused to brush my teeth twice a day, and now it comes naturally, and I know that it's a good habit now, so I do it because I want to. But back in the day when it wasn't a habit, I was more reluctant to do those things because I just thought they took time and they were not funny. I thought they were useless, really. I didn't find the value in doing it. But today I know I'm a lot smarter. You should brush your teeth. You should shower, and you know, those habits that we are taught really go in deep into us, and it just comes naturally now in the morning. You just wake up and you know, I gotta brush my teeth. There's not even a choice being made. The only time you choose not to brush your teeth is most often when you're running late and you're like, I have to either brush my teeth or eat some breakfast. What do? I usually brush my teeth then and grab something on the way. But the point is, habits impact your unconscious decisions that you make on a day-by-day basis, and they can help you change your life. But a lot of people undervalue habits and undervalue your unconscious decisions. So today I just want to point out the importance of it and give a couple of tips on how you can build great habits in a healthy way, in in a sustainable way so that you keep those habits and really, really improve your life day by day by making some small baby step adjustments and move towards a future version of you that you like a whole lot more. So what happens when you have a lot of bad or unhealthy habits? Well, naturally, your unconscious mind makes a lot of bad decisions, unhealthy decisions, decisions that can really ruin your life, your relationships, your health, and all of those things that are good in your life and in your world can be punished by having bad habits. And that's why we all should strive to remove these from our lives, however hard it can be. It can be smoking, never exercising. It could be eating a lot of unhealthy foods, sugars, drinking alcohol 5 times a week. All of these different bad habits are so easily gained and learned through bad influences in life. And it's everyone's job to help each other build better habits, to create better lives, and just, foster and breed happiness in your own life and in your friend's life and in your family's life. So I think it's an obligation to help everyone and everyone around you to become more happy by helping them having healthy habits. And that's might be why I'm making this video, to help others in my surroundings to better themselves and to help them become a better version of themselves that they believe that they want to be, and really point out how easy it gets to undervalue habits and unconscious decisions. So how do you create good habits, and how do you sustain them? How do you keep them? How do you work them in so much in your life that you just comes automatic? It's like brushing your teeth. You do it. There's not even a choice going on. Only in exceptional circumstances you start thinking, should I brush my teeth or not? Otherwise, it's always just a given. You just do it. There's no choice going on. How do you create good habits that work just the same way? Now, I just want to start off by saying I am not an expert. I have not done research on habits. I have read some research. I have experimented myself, and I've formed a couple of good habits myself that I believe the process of creating those habits were very effective for me. It might not work for you, but you should definitely try these tricks and these pointers that will help you create better habits, which in order can, create your better life. I just want to start this off with a humoristic analogy. A lot of people, if they were given the chance to travel back in time, they fear changing things, like small things, in different events that went on in your life. Like changing small things could affect your entire future life when you travel back. Everyone knows, well, if you've seen the butterfly effect, you got this idea into your head, and it kind of makes sense that if you change some events in your life, there's no telling what the domino effect of those changes will turn out to become. The funny thing is, no one, not no one, but many people don't feel like the choices they do today could change their life in the future. If you go back in time and you change small things, you fear you could change your whole future. But you don't think that if you change something small today, you could change your entire future, even though it's pretty much the same thing. Now, obviously, no one can travel back in time. But the idea that you can change something small today and create this huge domino effect in the future is a given when you travel back in time, which is impossible, but no one thinks about it that way when you're actually living in the present. And I implore you to start thinking that way. Small choices that you make today can change your entire future. And that's why you should build good habits. And that's why I'm going to get straight into it and just help you out and give you my experience of habits and how you can form them in a very healthy and sustainable way. So how do you form habits in a healthy and sustainable way? You start small. Don't do too many things at once. A lot of people that I know, you watch a video and they see this guy going up at 3 a.m. and he's working, he's going to the gym, he's hitting all of these emails, and his businesses are rolling, and his life is the life that they want to live in the future. And they're like, man, if I want to live like him, I got to do what he does. And then the next morning they wake up, they go up at 3 a.m., they work out, and then halfway through the day, they're exhausted. They're just flat out exhausted. And they wind up just watching like series or movies or just going to sleep because they're way too tired, and they sure as hell should be. Because no one can restructure their day and their habits and their energy levels by just going up at 3 a.m. and trying to adjust your entire life and your entire daily routine just by one day doing it and then trying to do that same thing over and over again. You can't do that. It's a step-by-step process. You got to step it up. Slowly make changes that in the result, like in a month, in 2 months, in 3 months, you can be and have the same daily habits as this business or successful guy has. It's a step-by-step process. You got to take it easy. You got to grab yourself by your mental balls. Like women, if you don't have them, just grab them by your mental balls and take it easy. Know the goal, set the goal, and adjust by increments. And when I say adjust by increments, I mean do it in a small way so that your body doesn't really notice it. Like the first week, if you wake up 8 a.m. every day and you want to wake up at 4 a.m. and just work out in the mornings, well, start by working out in the mornings, maybe half of the workouts you do every week. And if you want to wake up at 4 a.m., well, start by waking up 7:45 next week. And the week after that, 7:30. And the week after that, 7:15. And the week after that, 7:00. And the week after that, 6:45. And the week after that, 6:30. And the week after that, 6:15. And use these small increments. Like change your life by making small adjustments every week. And you'll get there. And you won't even notice it. That's the amazing thing. You won't even notice that you have done these changes to your daily routine. They've just happened because you've done it in such small increments that you'll just catch yourself waking up at 6 a.m. like, damn. 2 months ago, I was waking up at 8 a.m. Now, 6 a.m. 2 months from now, 4 a.m. I've changed my daily routine. I've started to wake up 4 hours earlier just because I started with small increments. And the funny thing about doing it in small increments is that you sustain your habits so much better. It's hard to sustain the habit of going up at 3 or 4 a.m. if you just do it after waking up at 8 a.m. normally, because you won't be able to adjust to it. You'll wake up and you'll be tired as hell in the middle of the day because you woke up way too early compared to your biological clock and what your body is set to wake up to. So small increments. Try small increments, guys. Whatever you do, try to divide it into small parts and pieces. and work your way there. I had to grab some water. I was so thirsty, talking way too much, and I spilled some on my shirt. I don't know if you see it, but it's water, okay? Don't hate me. It's water. Another thing that will help you create good habits is not pursuing too many of them at the same time. You can't change your entire daily routine, like remove 3 bad habits and add 5 good ones. You can't do that at once because you'll start dropping habits. You'll start giving up on habit number 1 or habit number 2, and you might wind up not doing anything and just keeping those 3 bad habits and not adding any good ones because you didn't have the time and the energy to sustain the process of creating these 5 habits or removing these 3. So you just wind up juggling balls, juggling habit number 1, habit number 2, and now habit number 3. And then 1 week later, you're like habit number 4, habit number 5, but not habit number 1, 2, and 3 because you don't have the energy to pursue those right now because you're trying to do habit number 5 and number 4. And it takes too much energy to do them all at a time. You have to pursue these habits, in a very limited way and really give your all to form these habits and keep them. Because if you start pursuing too many habits, as I said, you might wind up with no results at all. And there's a study about this that I've read. And in the study, it says that it takes approximately 66 days to form a good habit and keep it. So do something for 66 days and you'll keep the habit. So let's say you'd want to quit playing video games. Well, don't play video games for 66 days and you won't feel as inclined to do it after those 66. It won't be a habit to play video games anymore if you just stop playing for 66 days. So, and if you really want to make this work, let's say 70. So do something or don't do something for 70 days and come back to me. Tell me, if you do this challenge, like add 1 habit for 70 days and it works, hit me up on Instagram or comment here on my YouTube or just talk to me in real life. I would love to know your progress and if you felt like if it worked or not. This has worked for me. Everything I say in this video, I've tried out myself to form good exercise habits, good study habits, good hustle habits like programming and really trying to teach myself new things, good reading habits, and a lot of great habits in general I've formed with the methods that I talk about in this video. So try them out. It worked for me. I'm sure they'll work for you. So where was I? 70 days. 70 days. Try something for 70 days. See how it goes. Hit me up if it goes well. Hit me up if this goes bad too, because I want to know. If I talk things that don't work here for like 90% of the people, I'm obviously wrong. And I'm obviously, what works for me obviously doesn't work for other people, but the things that I've applied to my life are based on research and are based on science. Yeah, they're based on science, scientific facts that work for most people. I read them, I try them out, and they work. So try this, okay? Try this. But if we go back a little bit to what I talked about, not pursuing too many habits at once, and in this same report about how many days it takes to form a good habit and keep it or remove a bad habit. There's also a section about how many habits you can pursue at a time. Because I talked about not being able to pursue too many at a time. But I didn't talk about how many you can pursue. And the recommended amount from this report that tested a lot of people and got the results and evaluated what is the good number of habits that you can pursue and still keep after 70 days? And the answer is 2 to 3 habits. So remove or add 2 to 3 habits under the period of 70 days. Those are the magic numbers. If you try to do that, you're most probable to succeed in removing or adding new habits that can affect your life in enormous ways in the future. So try, start small. If you got a lot of things that you want to tend to, like you got the diet habits going on, and you got the gym habits going on, and the study habits going on, try to pursue, start with 2, try for 70 days, see if it works, give your all, and really try to form these habits and keep them, sustain them, because that is the key. Because once you rack up all these good habits, like after a year, 70 days is approximately 2 months, maybe 2.5. If you do this the entire year, you could probably at least get 10 habits 1 year. 10 good habits you can remove or add to your habit arsenal, if you will, that will affect your life and your unconscious decisions in just 1 year. Now, imagine how you can change your life by just doing this every year, stepping up your game, like putting up the bar, raising the bar on yourself, your standards, how hard you work, how much you do, how much you train, what you eat, everything. You can raise the bar on yourself as long as you do it incrementally, 2 or 3 habits at a time, 70 days each period, and just do it every year, and you'll raise the bar on yourself. And this is what I've been doing for maybe the last 2 years, 3 years, trying to raise the bar on myself and adding to my habit arsenal to improve myself in order to improve my future self. So before I end this video, I just want to sum it up by keeping it really basic on what you should do to improve your habits and improve your life, and raise the bar on yourself, create a better future version of yourself. So, habits help your unconscious decisions, help you make 90 to 95% of all the choices you make on a day-by-day basis. Pursue habits, 2 to 3 of them each time, each period, which is 70-day period. So for a 70-day period, don't pursue more than 2 to 3 of them. And when you make changes, make them incrementally, not too much at a time. Start working out twice a week. Next week, 3 times a week. Next week, 4 times a week. And then just stay there for a couple of months. And then just keep adding to it, but incrementally. Divide it. Okay. I think that's all tips that I've applied to my life and that I've read about and that have worked for me that I can share with you. And also the fact that people undervalue the amount of unconscious decisions you make every day, and how you can really, I wanted to attend that and make you realize how valuable it is to improve your unconscious decisions, and also to improve your habits, which affects your unconscious decisions. I just want to round this up by saying thank you for watching this video. I enjoy doing these. I really try to improve my presentation technique. I try to improve my English, and I'm really happy that some of you are enjoying my videos and some of you are maybe laughing at them. I don't know. Haters are gonna hate. I really like doing this. I'm gonna keep doing this, and I'm gonna keep documenting what I do, my thoughts, and just share this positivity and this growth mindset with as many people as I can. I hope you will join me further on my journey by watching the next video that will come out probably next week. Yeah, all right. So yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.